What's good, everybody out there on YouTube? This is your man Shadicstick dropping some hot fraga on this mic. Today we're going to be talking about Zippo leaks again, and I know a lot of people in the Sonic community are kind of irritated by it because there's this, notion that Zippo hasn't been a reliable source in the past, mostly because they believe things have been proven false based on information we've gotten over the past year or so. But I want to reiterate that while yes, there have been things that have been proven false from Zippo, he has continually edited his, rumors or the leaks he's leaked out to include new information regardless or not if new information has come about. I think the most notable one is on Sonic Origins, how originally he said, oh, this was not going to include the Christian Whitehead remakes for iOS and Android, but then updated it to say that, oh yes, these games are coming. I just think when people don't realize, when leakers may get information, maybe they get false information thrown in there with the true information that they got. And on top of that, things may actually just change internally. I think the best example of this is Smash, when there were 4chan rumors of a bunch of characters that were to come to Smash 4, but were ultimately scrapped. And then data for those characters were found in the game later after it released. I think the most notable example of this is Takamaru and Rhythm Choir Chorus guys from Rhythm Heaven. On top of that, I just want to say Zippo has leaked things specifically about Nintendo in the past that have come true. I think the biggest one I can think of that happened in recent time was Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. He got that right I think a week or two before that got even announced. And remember, always take leaks with a grain of salt. Again, like I said beforehand, there may actually just be straight up false information in there. Things may change. We may never know. I just think it's funny that people are getting mad at Nintendo for covering the Zippo leak when, he's been right on so many things Nintendo, and many Nintendo outlets have used him in the past. But I decided that this would be fun to talk about. So if you don't mind, just, sit down, relax, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and get strapped right in. We'll be reading the article straight from Nintendo Life. Stick your tinfoil hats on for this one, folks. A new TD entry to the long-running Sonic the Hedgehog series is reportedly in development at Sega. Specifically, Sonic Team is said to be working on the game with no outside involvement, most likely meaning it's not going to be Dimps working on this one. This is straight up from Sonic Team themselves. News of the new entry comes from an insider by the name of Zippo. Thanks comicbook.com. So take anything here said with a huge grain of salt for now. Again, like I said before, anything could be false. Sonic Origins, a compilation consisting of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic CD will be launching on the Switch next month. But if rumors of a new entry are true, it'll be the first 2D Sonic game developed solely by Sonic Team in quite some time, which I think could be about 30 years to date, if I'm not wrong. Or probably less than that, maybe 28. But anyways, the new game is reportedly a follow-up to the Sonic Advance and Sonic Rush games, much in the same way that Sonic Mania is a sequel of sorts to the classic lineup from the Genesis/Mega Drive days. You'll be able to play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, making this the first modern entry to feature all three playable characters since 2004's Sonic Advance 3. With Sega putting its focus on Sonic Frontiers, which is supposedly set for release in 2022, it's likely that the new 2D entry will release in 2023 or beyond. That's if it even exists, of course. Then they go on to talk about, are you excited for it, yada yada yada. Now, first of all, this isn't the first time this has been brought up by Zippo specifically. I think if you go back originally to his original leak where he talked about Sonic's 30th anniversary and all that stuff, that there were going to be two separate Sonic games, specifically a 2D one or a 2.5D one, and a 3D game. Now, based off of his original report, it wasn't Sega who was working on it, at least internally. But he did update it to say that, yes, I don't know who's working on it. He never said it was Dimps or anything. I mean, most people would assume it's Dimps based off of Sega's track record, but based on his latest scoop, it is Sonic Team. So what are my thoughts? Do I think this is real? And would I be excited for this? And what do I think they would need to do to make this a successful product? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna say this sounds entirely fake. I think one of the things that Sega is going to do going forward, especially with the Sonic the Hedgehog brand, is try to do what Mario does. Specifically how there's new Super Mario Brothers, and then whatever new Super Mario, 3D entry there is. I think it creates this nice, dichotomy of games for both 2D and 3D fans. but on top of that, it allows them to space out the releases. And while I'm not saying 2D games are lesser in quality to any degree, they are obviously easier for a lot of these developers to make. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we got, 1 to 2 2D Sonic games between every single major 3D Sonic game release. I think it's a great way to pace out yourself. One of the things that's been plaguing Sonic specifically from the 2010s on forward is just a general lack of content a lot of the time. We see huge gaps without any games, and on top of seeing huge gaps without any games, we get very little news in between there. So not only do the fans starve of content, a lot of commotion is made in the community because there's just nothing to talk about. And I think it does more harm to the community than good. So is this real? It's more than likely probably something that's going to happen regardless of if this leak is true or not. And this is mostly because Sega used to do this back in the past because of the console and handheld split. They'd make 2D games for the much less capable handhelds on the market, or 2.5D games in the case of Sonic Rivals, and make 3D games for the, bigger powerhouse consoles. So again, while this may not be something that's inherently true, I see them doing that to at least return to some level of, form and consistency with the series going forward, especially after the success of Sonic Mania and what I think will be the success of Sonic Origins. Now, should this game be real, I want this game, again, to continue that legacy of Sonic Rush and Sonic Advance. Now, one thing I'm worried about is I don't think we necessarily need the boost in this game. And I say that not because I think the boost is bad, I actually think it works extremely well in 2D Sonic games, but because I'd like the Sonic team at least to explore other options of making the characters unique. Because when you have an ability like boost, it makes all the other characters feel far less useful. Unless they all get it, and in that case I'm fine with it, but then it just feels out of place, if that makes any type of sense. If we got some semblance of abilities specific to characters themselves, like in the Sonic Advance games, where all the characters feel relatively the same with maybe some speed adjustments and an additional ability or two stacked on top of their, main moves like spin dash, spin attack, and jump, I think we'd be fine. But how do you feel about this? Do you think this leak is real? And on top of thinking this leak is real, what would you like to see in this supposed 2D Sonic game? Before we head out, make sure you follow your boy on TikTok. He's been posting a lot of highlights there recently. And make sure you also follow your boy on Twitter. You can get updated when anything happens with the channel there. I also post when I upload TikToks and YouTube videos and streams there. But this has been your man Shadicstick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Remember, Hot Faraga turns to Cold Blizzaga. Chill out some of my other videos. Peace. Have a good one.